Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pasture Farm, and Jan and I are over at the bull farm today, and we just took up the wire. We're coming up the hill, and she said, "Greg, put the post down. I want to do a video." I'm like, "I don't know. Okay, what do you want to talk about, honey?"
Okay, well, we were walking up this ridge, beautiful ridge. There are the cattle, and you made a comment just now. You said,
I said, "Honey, there's enough forage just in this 10 acres that we've already grazed. You could leave them in here at least another 2 weeks and there would be plenty of forage for them."
okay,
That's what I said.
that's what you said. So why don't we do that?
Well,
And why should you not, or, as regenerative ag farmers, do stuff like that?
first of all, if you leave them in this particular paddock for 2 weeks, there's going to be parts of it, because they're on it continuously, they're just going to graze a lot of it right down into the dirt. And now you're ingesting parasites. You're also exposing the animals to their urine and their poop. There's going to be a whole lot more manure piles in here. So they're stepping in that, they're laying in it. That's not good. And so, and also they've taken a lot of the protein and the energy out of the grass, the whole paddock. And so when you leave them in another 2 weeks, now they're grazing what I call the candy wrapper. You gave them the candy, and now you're just going to give them the candy wrapper, and you can expect their performance to go down. So our practice is to leave. Let's leave this and keep moving forward and come back here in 60 days. Let Mother Nature clean it up with rain, snow, cold weather. And when the bulls come back in here in 60 days, they're going to be doing backflips because it smells good. There's still a ton of forage in here.
Let's show them again. And this is where they just got through eating.
Yeah, right here's a good example. This is where all the traffic's getting. Look right here. There's all kinds of that. I don't want to pull it up, but
It's thick.
it's thick.
It's hard to walk in.
It's hard to walk in. This is a hunter's nightmare. I used to do a lot of hunting, and if you got in a fescue field like this, it felt like your heart was going to come out of your chest before you got across it because it's so hard to walk through. Well, that's what we're dealing with here. I just made the comment to Jan. I said, there's just a lot of forage there, and most people would leave them.
Okay,
And that's why we don't.
So again, when they're coming back now through the second time,
Yep.
so they've eaten the very best, the
Yep.
tips.
Yep.
Now we're at the next level.
Yeah, so at the next level, to come back through here, you're looking at, this is dang near December. So you got December, January. Toward the end of January, they are going to be getting what's left over, and probably going to have some snow. We're going to have some ice. It's going to be a lot colder weather. That's an opportunity for us to come in here and unroll some hay on what they've already grazed. So we never unroll hay on fresh stockpile. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. You've already got some good feed out there. Graze that off and then unroll the hay over what you've already grazed. Never unroll hay on land that hasn't been grazed. You're just covering up good feed with hay. That just doesn't make any sense.
But also, what's happening inside the gut of that animal?
Yes, so when you're grazing, those are a different set of microbes in the rumen.
Like right now, the tips.
The tips. And so when you lower that animal down to where they're grazing the middle part of the plant and the very bottom of the plant where it's not near as nutritious, that's another set of bugs, different rumen bugs. And so, the animals get used to eating, the gut microbes get used to eating one type of forage. That's why you get such good performance. Folks, those bulls are just fat. They're just fat. But on the next rotation, they're going to be getting, the quality is not going to be quite as good, but we'll be supplementing a little bit with some hay. And so we can mimic exactly what we're doing right now. The weather's going to be colder. You got to watch that. When the temperatures drop, the animal's consumption rate's going to go up. They're going to require more feed just for animal maintenance, just to maintain. Okay, and we're not talking about gaining weight here. We're talking about maintaining. Right now, these bulls are gaining weight. They're actually putting on weight. But I'm out here in a shirt sleeve. It's November 18th. 19th. Oh my goodness. Last weekend I had on a coat and scarf and stocking hat and gloves and hand warmers in deer season, and I needed every bit of it.
Well, but you're sitting in the tree doing
Yeah, I know. I don't care. It's cold. It's cold. While you're snuggled in your little bed, honey, I'm
Yeah.
sitting out there bringing home the venison. It's cold. It's cold. But I enjoy it.
But yeah, right now we want them to be gaining weight as much as they can because winter is just all around the corner.
It's here. You know, Isaac looked on his phone. Last year in deer season, we had 4 inches of snow.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could get snow anytime.
Wouldn't that be nice?
You remember the year that you and I were in Virginia,
Yes.
Thanksgiving, and we got a 22-inch snow.
I know it.
It just gives me, I mean, we were stuck at Reagan International Airport and couldn't get home to our cows.
No.
And we had Frankie, our neighbor.
Scared to death.
Scared to death. He was so freaked out, he wouldn't even come out of the house. But we made it. We didn't lose any cows.
No.
But
And what did you do with the wife? What?
I don't even want to tell everybody.
Tell everybody.
So we landed in St. Louis. We got the last flight out of Virginia. It was the last flight that landed in St. Louis Lambert Airport.
No, it was the first one in the morning.
Well, they closed it down. It took us 2 hours to get off the plane.
Right.
We couldn't get off the plane. Finally got off the plane, and it was 20 inches, 22 inches all the way home, and we were in a jam.
And we could barely get the car open because of all the ice.
Ice on it.
We had our credit cards trying to chisel.
Yep. So we're in her two-wheel drive car, and we made it all the way to Rucker, right in front of our house almost. I don't know how we made it that far, but we did. And I spun out, and I said, Jan, you got to get up on the hood.
And as a good little wife.
For weight, you got to take one for the team. So Jan climbs up on the roof, or the hood of the car, and holds on. Did I turn on the windshield wipers?
Yep, you did.
And I smashed her finger.
Yep, you
with
did.
the windshield wiper motor somehow. Smashed one of her fingers, and she screamed at me. And but we took off with her sitting on that hood, and we made it down the hill, up the next hill, and finally got right to our driveway almost. And the road hadn't been bladed. It wasn't going to be bladed, and I just drove it off into the ditch. And we walked. Well, I walked up to Frankie's. He had a four-wheel drive truck, and yeah.
But it was a very stressful situation.
Oh my gosh. You know, when you're, I don't know how far that was to Virginia.
Hundreds of miles away.
800 miles, 1,000, whatever it was. And yeah, it was not a pleasant deal.
And we had not gotten things set up.
Nope.
Because winter wasn't going to be coming.
We didn't have a tractor. We didn't have a blade, of course.
We didn't have the hay over there.
Didn't have the hay. I mean, you talk about unprepared. The only thing that saved us was the farm that they were on. We had kind of a decent stockpile. And those cows had to dig through 2 foot of snow to stay alive.
And we had a neighbor who came.
That neighbor came with a big blade and a big tractor and bladed our driveway and over at the farm where the cows were. Bladed off a parking lot there.
So we could
So we
haul
get
bales
some
in.
bales over there. But folks, you can really get caught. Don't do that. That's why, you know, people say, Greg, why are you getting ready in September? I'm like, because it's not snowing. It's not snowing. The roads are clean. You don't want to be hauling hay in the snow. When there's snow-covered roads, I almost ended up in the ditch.
Yeah.
The whole thing almost went over with a load of bales on. I will never do that again.
No. So these are lessons, hard lessons we have learned.
Yeah.
And that's why we kind of tell you guys.
Hay is insurance. That's all it is. You got insurance on your house, hopefully. If it burns down, you can build back another one. If you don't have hay for your livestock and you get into a blizzard, and that blizzard lasts, 2 to 3 weeks, you are done. You may end up losing animals, and you can't even get hay to your farm. So don't do that. You got to have some insurance out there. If you live in snow and ice areas. Now, if you live in the deep south where you don't get snow and ice, well, then you don't have that issue. But anyway, better wrap this up, folks. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, and to watch our website. We've got some really nice South Pole bulls on there, and there's probably be some sheep on there a little bit longer, along with some guardian dogs. And hit that subscribe button on the way out. See y'all later.